Down through the ages, man's quest for easy wealth has often led to gambling. There have always been those who chose to worship at the altar of that fickle goddess chance. Men who lived and sometimes died in the pursuit of excitement and riches gained without labor, risking all upon the turn of a wheel, rising to the peaks of affluence, then sinking to the depths of poverty and despair. Slaves to the varying moods of that heartless lady, luck.
In general, humans are uncomfortable with ambiguity and uncomfortable with uncertainty. We like things to be stable. We like things to be black and white. We like to label things. We like to have an answer. A leads to B. Not, well, A could also lead to C, and it can also lead to kind of C and a half-ish. And actually, the alphabet's not really relevant here, which is the way that life is. Life is noisy. Life is uncertain. Life is risky. There's nothing that's ever 100% true. Now, because that's kind of the human tendency, that can actually be very detrimental in a lot of decision-making environments. And poker is an environment where you really have to understand risk if you're going to play well. And a lot of people can't get past that hump.
I can imagine that Berkey's going to put another 17,000 in there with this holding.
Have you ever watched Berkey play?
I have, but
He lives for these moments.
I came to poker late in life. I started literally from zero. I did not know how many cards were in a deck. So believe me, I did not know if a flush beat a straight or a straight beat a flush or what a full house was. This was just a totally foreign language. So for me, I was more interested in a lot of the concepts around poker, and I had no idea really that poker was even a tool for this until I started researching for my next book, the role of luck in our lives, and trying to figure out how do I get into this question of how much of our lives do we control? And I came across John von Neumann's theory of games, which is the foundational text of game theory.
I'm glad that you're asking this question because it's really a very good one. No, we don't have enough people, and we better do something about it. And I hesitate to say that we better do something about it quickly, but rather we better do something about it both quickly and then continuously.
So John von Neumann, this absolutely brilliant guy, one of the greatest polymaths of the 20th century, father of the computer, one of the fathers of the hydrogen bomb, inventor of game theory. He was a huge poker player, and he thought, if I solve poker, I'm going to have the key to the most complex decision-making in the world. Because poker, unlike chess, is much more like life. Because real life is a game of incomplete information. So there's information that we have in common. Then there's information that only I know. There's information that only you know. And we're not quite sure how much of what I know you know, how much of what you know I know, and that's poker. That's not chess, that's not even Go, even though Go is much more strategically complex than chess. It's still a game of complete information where there's always a right move. And in poker, there's no right move because there's no always. We can only make certain assumptions.
He's got that look, man. I've seen